Hi guys, this is Only Games Matter. This is a look at Saros on the PS5. Not the Pro, just the bog standard version. I had to make a video on this game because it's impressive. I'm really enjoying it. For all of it really, the whole game, the whole package. From the graphics, the sound, the haptic feedback. The story's decent enough. I know some people moaning about it, oh it's not deep enough, or there should be more, or it's been tacked on, or I don't think so. You know, the story makes sense. There's an alien world. Teams are sent to this world to collect data and find out what's going on this planet. You know, like all massive corporations too. Reminds me of Aliens, funny enough. With their corporation trying to get the data, and they know that, you know, the aliens and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it reminds me of that, which is not a bad thing at all. The gameplay is smooth. Don't matter where you are, don't matter what's going on. It's 60 frames per second. Whether you get the odd jerk here and there or anything like that, it's very rare. It's run really well for me, looks great. What really impressed me a lot with this game is the actual haptic feedback. It's just everything, you feel everything coming through the controller. Even the actual talking. There's sort of like a voice that comes through it, but it comes through it in a way where you're actually feeling the voice, the vibration of the voice, and it's just done so well. It just brings you into the world. You know, I know we have them sort of, well, people who play on PC, and don't get me wrong, I've said this a million times, I've played on PC for years. You know, all the old games, emulators, this, that and everything. You're close up to the screen most of the time, unless you've got it set out in your front room, you know, type of fare, which some people do now. But most people sit at a desk and play their, you know, PC. And everyone's arguing about graphics or benchmarks and all that. Been there, done it. I know I'm getting off topic, but it always is, someone's got to say something about something. You don't need a PC to play this game, obviously, because it's not out on PC, and the way things are going with Sony at the moment, it's probably not going to come to PC, which for me is a shame, because it's a great game, and great games should be played by everyone. Obviously that's the way the world is, and that's the way things work. You know, we can say the same thing about Mario, or Mario Kart, or any Mario game, or Breath of the Wild, or, you know, you could go to everything, unless everyone's going to start putting games on every system. You're not going to buy their hardware to play the game, because you know, if a game came out, imagine a PS5 version of Mario, would anyone play it on Nintendo hardware other than for portability? Who knows? But it's never going to happen, otherwise Nintendo wouldn't sell the hardware that they wanted to. The way that when you go onto a PC, you can upgrade everything in that game, high resolution, better filtering, you know, ray tracing. Now it's path tracing. You know, does it make the game better? Subjective. Some things really look great when they've got maybe an extra bit of reflection. Lighting does make a big difference in games, I'd say. Probably more than most stuff, but that's only really if you're comparing it to another version of the same game. You know, it's like the PS5 if you're playing on the Pro and you've got PSSR and things are sharper, clearer, and you know, you've got a few more bits and a few more bells and whistles going on. Yeah, but if you haven't seen that comparison, well, you're not going to know nothing about it. It ain't going to matter to you. I mean, I'm playing this on the bog standard version, you know, as I said. and it's fantastic. It looks amazing, plays amazing. I don't need another version of it, and no one does. You could literally stick this version on PC and not add a bloody thing to it, and it'd still be great, and everyone would still love it. So no, graphics are a means to an end. I mean, this would be great even if it had crappier graphics, but it doesn't. It looks great, you know, and it adds to the atmosphere. But the main selling point is just the carnage. It's just the chaos, and that's what these games are. You know, it is the chaos. But the haptic feedback going along with that chaos makes you feel grounded in the world. And I'd say this with another game as well, even though that gets a lot of stick, and I've even give it stick myself, as you well know. It's Battlefield 6. The haptic feedback in Battlefield 6 is excellent as well. So is the sound quality, along with the graphics. You know, I play most things that come out, especially the good stuff. And the games about nowadays, they get a lot of stick. I mean, Battlefield 6 got stick more, not for so much its graphics or anything like that, but for the maps. You know. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I know. I can't help it. My brain just goes on a tangent, and I just start going on to any old subject to do with gaming. I guess that's why my thing's called Only Games Matter. So don't hold it against me. As you can see on the screen now, you know, it's a light show. It's a particle light show is what it is. But the sound, when you play this with the sound up, or sorry, headphones on, or say a 5.1 system or something like that, you're in for a treat. And that is what it is. It is an eargasm. It is a treat to behold. You will love it. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard, but it's rewarding as well. For me, it's better than Returnal. Just the way it feels. The colouring, there's more to it in that way. You know, don't get me wrong, Returnal's got its own beauty of it, you know, and blues and stuff like that. It's darker, looks darker game. But this has just got so much more colour and life to it. Bigger sort of areas. The weapon stuff, colours and things like that. And it's also slightly different, as is you've got the shield in this, and the shield can absorb damage, and you can also push. That was me doing stupid things. You can also push damage back, you know, to the enemy firing at you, depending on the colour of what's coming towards you. So that's another thing that helps out, and it help people out that ain't as good at dodging or stuff like that, you know. Sometimes I think as well that's missed, where something has to be that hard that it stops other people playing it. As I said, I like the fact that people just enjoy playing games, and sometimes if a game's too hard and you can't play it, it's a shame for me, for, you know, if you're that way. I'd say one game that fits under that category is probably the Elden Ring or the Souls games, because they are extremely hard games, you know. I mean, and that's why in the Souls games you can get help. You know, you can ask people to come into your world and help fight a boss or something like that, because sometimes it's needed. I've done it myself, and I've done it the other way, where I've gone into other people's worlds and helped them. You know, and I think that's a great thing. It's like a community thing. You know, it's really well made in that way. But they are hard games. This is probably easier than Returnal because of the fact that you've got a shield and you can do, you know, you can do other things like that. You still have to make your way across the world. If you die, obviously you respawn back to where you began, and you can do upgrades for, you know, shield stuff, movement and different artifacts that you pick up and stuff like that, which help you along the way. So you do get stronger over time, but it's still a challenge. It's not like, oh yeah, I'll just walk through everyone. I mean, this is a powerful weapon you're seeing now that I've got, but I'm still backing off. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm older now. I've watched my son play this and he's better than me at it, but I still enjoy it. If I get stuck, and I can always ask for his help, which I've done before. Nothing wrong with that. I'd rather, well, you know, whether I can't do all of it myself, I'd still rather enjoy the game. You know, I recently played Resident Evil Requiem. I really enjoyed that. I mean, there's some great games out at the moment, and this is another one of them. I hope they do a demo of this game for people, because it deserves a demo. It really does, so people can just try it, even and not water down in the fact of making it easier. Do a couple of levels, do a soft level and do a hard level, sort of thing. So you know what I mean. So people sort of can adjust to it and see, right, well, do I think I could play this game and get through it? I think they should probably do that. I think it helped with sales. Last note, story's fine. You know, what's the story to Elden Ring? He wants to become Elden Lord. Everything else is scattered about the world, and unless you find them bits and put all the tiny pieces together, that's so it's all over the place, you're not even going to know the story. That's the only bit you know. You want to become Elden Lord. Well, in this, there's an actual story. You know, there's teams that have come to this planet before you, and literally they're losing their mind and they're going missing, and there's a reason they're going missing. And you'll find, I'm not going to spoil that for people who haven't played it, but like, you'll find the first bit I told you, you'll find that out at the beginning of the game. So, you know, that's why you're there. That's a story in itself. What's the story to Mario? He wants to find Princess Peach. I mean, how many times has this woman been abducted? Maybe aliens are doing it, I don't know. But yeah, if you get a chance, have a go of it. If a friend's got it, have a go of it. Sorry if I waffle on or go off subject. As I said, I can't help it. Yeah, I've got opinions about everything. Maybe that's the thing of being older. I don't know. Anyway, hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe, and have a go of the game if you get a chance. Take it easy. I'll let you enjoy the last part. Without my voice. Cheers.